absent.
This is the Senate hearing room in the National Assembly. The Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions is bringing together regulators in the banking and finance sector to strategize on how to make microfinance institutions safe, sound and stable in the interest of Nigerians. Committee members argue that microfinance institutions have abandoned their core mandates and are now operating as pseudo-commercial banks.
Critically, assessments have shown that most of the existing microfinance institutions, especially microfinance banks, operate like deposit money banks with high investments in fixed assets and unsustainable overhead costs. Majority of them prefer to grant credit to high net worth individuals and businessmen rather than economically active poor who should be their target customers.
The finance industry regulators make several worrisome observations on the operations of microfinance institutions, but they also profess some interesting solutions.
Three big challenges that we have been faced with in the regulation of microfinance institutions are really, inadequate capitalization, the corporate governance for these institutions and their funding model. As I said, one of the ways in which we have decided to rejig their operations is to actually review the entire business model of microfinance banks.
The bigger picture that this bill should be looking at, in our opinion, sir, is the model, the proper model. That is the issue. Is microfinance being run the way it should be run? Is it reaching the grassroots? Why do microfinance banks charge such exorbitant rates?
Microfinance institutions are intended to promote economic development through the support of small businesses and provide credit services to economically disadvantaged Nigerians. But with critical observations made by industry players that microfinance institutions are choosing to provide credit to high net worth individuals rather than small-scale entrepreneurs, this committee urgently needs to revisit the business model and operations of microfinance institutions in the interest of development and growth of the country. Linda Akibi, Channels Television News.